What's up everybody? Welcome back to this design series. Happy to have you. Excited to keep you creators in the loop and in the know. Make sure you're tuning in for more design tips and tricks. Now, today's topic is about inspiration in design. Now, when I thought about inspiration in design, it always just felt like a collection of images that you get in order to influence the aesthetics of a shoe or a product. But while that is true to some degree, there are so many more levels and so many degrees in which you can think about inspiration that'll really help you to create better product and just create it better in general. It wasn't until I grew as a professional where I saw my peers and what they were doing to really elevate their storytelling and design in a really meaningful and impactful and unexpected way. And that's what I want to walk you through today. Just a disclaimer, my discipline is in industrial design, but I believe that these tips can be applicable to other design industries and fields as well. And like last time, I want to make sure you guys know that this is just my take and my views. Every designer and every creative has their own approach to how they learn and how they create. So as a designer, once you have identified a problem that you want to solve for, there's a few different ways that you can approach inspiration, but I want to break it down for you into a few digestible sections. And just make sure that during all of this, you're always considering in the back of your head the why. Why are you designing? Why are you doing this? Why is this meaningful to the product? Why is it meaningful to the consumer? And why is it meaningful to your design? So number one is functional inspiration. And using footwear as an example, how can something be inspirational from a functional point of view? Well, design dates back for a very long time and a history full and rich of problem solving and design. Even outside your particular industry or field, there are so many solutions and different approaches to design, and there are many solutions and experiences out there that you're gonna be able to grab from. How can a car suspension inspire the next midsole technology for footwear? How can technical apparel and accessories influence an upper on a footwear, or a different closure, or a different lacing system, etc. This right here is a Nike ACG KMTR that I bought a few years back, and I'm pretty sure this was inspired by a fold-up bag, and therefore it has this really interesting opening and closure system that they've incorporated into this design, and it's pretty wild how you're able to lace this thing in and out, etc. So this is something that was inspired by something completely outside of the footwear realm that came to a very unexpected solution. So challenge yourself to really keep a close eye on the things that are going on outside of your industry that can influence whatever you're designing towards or trying to solve for. Largely in design, they say that form follows function. So now how do you approach your design functionally like we just covered? And then how do you relay that story to the consumer visually? Once I have found my functional inspiration, at this point in the process is where I start to look for imagery that really reflects what I'm trying to get at with my design visually. Am I trying to speak more to stability or speed in my design? Am I speaking to lockdown? Is this a lifestyle shoe? And when gathering imagery, again, I really try to focus on things outside of the field that I'm trying to design within. For example, in footwear, I tend to look at functional apparel, accessories, gear for different sports, etc. Again, all really depending on what I'm trying to design towards. As you collect a large number of images, you can then start to filter through and really choose and select what fits your story the best and what do you think is going to drive your design to where you want it to be. The third level of inspiration is emotional. Why does anybody give a shit about what you're trying to design? This is where the who and the why are super important and critical to your decision making as a designer. It completely leaves your subjectivity as a designer out of the picture and the equation and gets you to really think about what the consumer wants, needs, and why that is. This is also where it starts to get a little artistic. What reaction are you trying to get out of the consumer? What reaction are you trying to get out of the person that is going to be experiencing your design? If this is a graphic layout, are you trying to be welcoming with your design? Are you trying to be serious? Are you trying to be fun? How are you reacting to product, or how are you reacting to things that you interact with on a day-to-day based on how they're designed? Our emotional response as people is a large driver as to why we make the decisions we make and the things that we buy. The last one I'll leave you on is the colors, the materials, the finishes, and the details. This one's important, especially in the beginning of a design career. Now this one applies a little bit more specifically to product design, but just being aware, being able to study, being able to find all the different things and the plethora of details and finishes and things out there that you can reference is insane. From soft goods, electronics, anything you can think of that is material has some sort of finish, texture, color, etc. So many things that you can pull from and different ways that you can tell your story and again convey that emotion to the consumer. And as you discover what there is out there, it becomes even more critical to start learning what pairs with what colors go with what textures pair with what, matte and gloss, what is that relationship like, etc. And even really focusing in on choosing where to highlight function through details, finishes, and color can be really critical to the way you design. That's all I'll leave you with for now. I'm gonna provide some links below to some of the websites that I use to find inspiration on some of the topics that we covered today. But I'm a firm believer that some of the best inspiration you're gonna find is just gonna be out in life. Some of the best inspiration comes to you when you're not even looking for it. All right, guys, please make sure to like this video, hit that subscribe button, share with a friend if you like the content. And if you wanna go check out some of the more day-to-day life stuff that I go through, please make sure to check out some of the vlogs in our channel as well. And just a quick update, if I can be a little bit more candid with you guys, again, I'm still kind of finding myself through this process. So, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna structure this series. I kind of want to keep going. And I have a set list of topics that I want to cover that'll really help you guys out. So as you start to see the channel grow, you'll start to see kind of more of a focus. I'll put it that way for now. So please make sure to stick around if you like the content. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.